Steve loved his heroin, and so did his boy, Justin. I had the great fortune of getting to know him real well, and kind of buddies. And I tell you, just tell you this a little bit. We did some shows with Justin, and he played at Hummingbird for about 2 years. We saw him every month. We were hanging out. And the time I met him, he was on Red Bull and cigarettes, and had kicked heroin and all that stuff. And, I mean, you're kind of doomed to have a little struggle when your dad's Steve Earle and you're named after Townes Van Zandt. I mean, you're just born omni-toxic at that point. But anyway, he didn't like his daddy when I met him, and knew him for a couple of years, and I guess he never had him. It just did my heart really good. He came to do a show at the Hummingbird, and Steve had just married Allison Moore, and moved up to Greenwich Village and decided he's going to do the urban thing. He released, well, I don't even know the name of the album, with all the DJ stuff and the drum machine on it, and everybody hated it. I mean, even his long-term fans just ran away like rats off a sinking ship. And I think it was that impulse that Justin said, you know what, I like that damn album. I don't care what anybody else says. At least, it's like, you can you can mess with family, but don't let anybody else do it. And that was a good thing.
An interesting thing is there's a Townes Van Zandt quote that said, there's heaven, hell, purgatory in the blues.
Yeah.
And Townes said, I've always been in the blues, just reaching up for hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think Steve and probably Justin got a lot of that.
Well, as much as Steve Earle was a fan of heroin, he was that much against the death penalty. He wrote a lot of songs and did a lot of stuff for anti-death penalty. And I don't know if he had that slant before he went to prison, or figured out that your best buddies are your cellmates, and he didn't want to see him die. But this is one of his better tunes. I think it's called Ellis Unit 1. I was fresh out of the service, it was back in '82. I raised some cane when I come back to town. I went in to be all I could be, come home without a clue. I married Dawn and had to settle down. So I hired on at the prison, yes, I always knew I would. Just like my dad and both my uncles done. I worked on every cell block now, things are going good. And then they transferred me to Ellis Unit 1. Swing low, swing low, swing low and carry me home. Well, my daddy used to talk about them long nights at the wall, and how they used to strap them in the chair. And them kids down from the college, well, they'd bring their beer and all. And when the lights went out, a cheer rose in the air. Folks just got too civilized, now old Sparky's gathering dust. 'Cause no one wants to touch his smoking gun. They got that injection now, so they don't mind as much, I guess. They just put them Swing low and carry me home. Seen them fight like lions, boys. Seen them go like lambs. I've helped to drag them when they could not stand. And I've heard their mamas crying. Maybe heard that big door slam. I've seen the victim's family holding hands. Last night I dreamed I woke up, straps across my chest, and something cold and black pulling through my lungs. And even Jesus couldn't help me, I knew the best he could, but he don't live on Ellis Unit 1. Swing low, swing low and carry me home. Swing low, don't